Welcome back, everybody. This is part 1 of lesson 7.1. So we are beginning our geometry unit, unit 7. And so we're going to talk about some of the basics of geometry. And to start out with, we're going to focus on some vocabulary. It's very important to understand and know certain vocabulary terms when working in geometry. So the first thing I want you to do is, on your own, place the vocabulary words below in either the know or wonder column. In other words, words that you know, and ones that you are unsure of or don't know, and you put that in the wonder. And so those are going to be point, line, plane, line segment, ray, coplanar, parallel, collinear, midpoint, formula, and distance formula. Okay, so put those in, pause the video right now, and go ahead and do that. Okay, now that you've unpaused the video and you have put these words in the know or wonder, we're going to actually go over each of these definitions, okay, and specifically what they mean from a geometry standpoint. So a point, what is a point? Well, a point is simply a location. It has no size, no width, no length, okay, and no depth. That is a point. So for example, like a point on a graph, there's a point, and we could label it. Like this could be point A or point B, okay? So that is the definition of a point. All right, the definition of a line is that it has to be straight and has no thickness, extends in both directions, extends in both directions, without end. Okay, so we could have, for example, this line here, and suppose we've got a couple points on it, point B, point C, so we would call this line BC, would be its name. Okay, so again, a line is straight and has no thickness, extends in both directions without end. Okay? All right. Next is a plane. A plane is a flat two-dimensional surface that extends infinitely. Okay, so flat two-dimensional surface that extends infinitely. So we could, for example, have a plane like this, again with some points on it, A, B, C, and so we would have plane A, B, C. Okay, so there's a good example of a plane. All right. Next, we want to look at what a line segment is. Well, obviously, that's probably going to have something to do with a line, and it does. And a line segment is part of a line that is bounded by two distinct endpoints. Okay, for example, we made a line here, A and B. We could call that line segment AB or line segment BA, depending on what direction we decide to be coming from. Okay? All right. Next, we have array. Array is somewhat similar to a line segment, but with a slight difference. And it's a line with an endpoint that extends indefinitely indefinitely in one direction. In one direction. Okay? So, for example, we might have this ray and point A, point B somewhere along the line. And so we've got ray AB. Okay? All right. Next is the word coplanar. This might be new for some of you. Coplanar refers to two objects that both lie in the same plane. Both lie in the same plane. Okay? So that is coplanar. All right? Okay. Let's see. What do we have next? We've got parallel. Parallel are lines. So notice it's plural, so multiple, so it has to be more than one. So at least two or more lines. Lines in one plane that do not meet. Okay? And so you can think of the classic example of two lines that are, running. For example, these lines could be considered parallel. They run side by side. They're never going to meet each other. And so that's a good definition for parallel. We will finish up the rest of the definitions when we come back in part 2 of this video.